The Golden State Warriors make their return to the NBA Finals after a 120-110 series-clinching victory against the Dallas Mavericks last week. As opposed to Game 4, the Warriors came out with an energy level that showed they were ready to close this series. Led by Klay Thompson's 8 three-pointers, Golden State's offense overwhelmed Luka Doncic and the rest of the Mavericks to take home the win. Today's video will be about why the Golden State Warriors are almost guaranteed to win the finals. The Warriors will now have gone to the NBA Finals 6 out of the last 8 years. However, this time feels different. There's beauty in the struggle, and Golden State has been through a lot of it the past 2 years. They dealt with the devastating leg injuries to Thompson, as well as the various injuries to Green and Curry. This season in particular saw the Warriors' core three play together for only 11 total minutes. This group is battle-tested, and their postseason run is further evidence of their legendary chemistry together. Before we begin today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more interesting NBA content. Let's keep rolling. Golden State might not be finals bound if not for the wildfire development of Jordan Poole, and Poole might never have found the oxygen to grow his game without injuries to Thompson and Curry along the way. The lower stakes of an incomplete roster gave the 22-year-old guard just what he needed to thrive. During those intervening years, the Warriors also traded for Andrew Wiggins and helped him pivot from a misguided ISO scorer to a designated defensive stopper. The hounding, full-court pressure that frustrated Luka Doncic throughout the Western Conference Finals, including Game 5 when Doncic shot 10 for 28 from the field, was the culmination of a 28-month process that ultimately changed the alignment of the Warriors' defense. Wiggins and Poole now look the part of a fully fledged Warriors team, in part because Kerr never bailed on his cascading offensive system, even when some of the teenagers Golden State drafted in the lottery struggled to acclimate to its rhythms. The long road paid off. Poole now moves and attacks like Curry. Wiggins found ways to space the floor and move the ball and still be explosive in the gaps. And two of those teenagers, Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga, have stepped into the rotation at various points in this run to fill vital minutes and make big plays. A less capable franchise might have retreated faster from its approach of working in young players to fare better in the immediate. Golden State doesn't really operate that way. The Warriors had enough to find a way. Curry is 34 years old, Green and Thompson are both 32, and yet it feels like another window is opening, all without any singular young superstar in waiting. It's still Curry who led the team in points and assists in the conference finals and who claimed the series MVP by a unanimous vote. It was Curry who forced the Mavericks to compromise their defensive game plan by switching more than they were comfortable, and then wrecked their coverage anyway. It's Curry who makes it possible for the Warriors to plug and play so many different kinds of supporting players because of all the many allowances that come when you share the floor with the greatest shooter to ever live. The Golden State Warriors defeated the Mavericks in a quick 5-game series, and they were able to get some big-time performances from a few unsung heroes. Through a worldwide illness and continuing injuries to both Curry, Draymond Green, and Thompson, the Warriors have still come out on top. The eruption of starting center Kevon Looney and third-year guard Jordan Poole have been key reasons why they've thrived in the playoffs. But more must be said about what former number 1 overall pick Andrew Wiggins has done for Golden State. He's been incredibly important for their season, especially after being dubbed one of the league's worst contracts. As for Golden State, it is back on basketball's biggest stage, having beaten the Nuggets and Mavericks in 5 games and the Grizzlies in 6. The Warriors dynasty has continued, and these have been the unsung heroes during the playoffs. Kevon Looney could have been Western Conference Finals MVP. Well, it would have been thoroughly shocking. Crazier things have happened before, as Looney played an incredibly important role, especially in this matchup. Dwight Powell had no answer for Looney on the glass, and his defense on superstar guard Luka Doncic was terrific. Doncic thrives off being bigger and/or quicker than his opponent, and Looney provided ample size and rim protection to help defend the star. Looney ended the series averaging 10.6 points, 10.6 rebounds, and 3 assists. He hauled in 3.8 offensive boards per game as well. The Warriors out-rebounded Dallas in 4 of the 5 games, and Looney played a factor in each. He had 18 rebounds in the series-ending Game 5. On top of all that, he ended the series shooting 70.6% from the field. Looney's efficiency was just as important as his rebounding. His intelligence, coupled with his screens, helped the Dubs' offense flow flawlessly. It was easily the best series Looney has played throughout his 6-year career. Klay Thompson is far from an unsung hero. The 5-time All-Star guard is one of the most important Warriors, but it should be noted that his contributions to the team's series-winning games is unlike anything else. Thompson goes off when the series is on the line. That's why he's been dubbed Game 6 Klay. Although it was Game 5, Thompson still exploded to end the series, and what it took to get there is what needs to be highlighted. A torn ACL kept him out 2 seasons ago, and a ruptured Achilles kept him sidelined last year. What it took to get back to this level just makes Thompson dropping 32 points and 8 triples that much more impressive. He was 8 for 16 from deep in Game 5 and 15 for 40 against the Mavericks. On the series, Thompson didn't quite shoot up to par, finishing with a 37.5% three-point percentage, which is incredibly behind his career average. However, he came through when it mattered most, and it was a sweet sight seeing him back atop the Western Conference. "This time last year, I was just starting to jog again and get up and down the court," Thompson said. "Now to be feeling like myself, feeling explosive, feeling sure in my movements, I'm just grateful." As the festivities began on the Warriors' home court, Thompson bounced around, hugging his teammates. Finally, the combination of Otto Porter Jr. and rookie Moses Moody played an impactful role for the Warriors. The Dubs' other rookie, Jonathan Kuminga, can even be tossed in that group as well, but it was Porter Jr. who came off the bench and provided impactful scoring and rebounding. Porter Jr., who was out the last few games with foot soreness, hauled down 13 rebounds in the first 2 games, a key reason the Warriors had a double-digit advantage on the glass in both games. His shooting was also huge for the Warriors. Now they get ready to face the resilient Boston Celtics in the finals, in a duel that will be a lot harder than facing the Mavericks. Still, as long as they have Steph and Curry on the court, Golden State has a chance against anybody. Curry could make history this year and join an exclusive group if he adds another title to his resume and finally gets the long-awaited Finals MVP. In fact, if Curry wins his 4th championship and the Finals MVP, he could be a top 10 player of all time, emulating what other big names have done in the past. He will be one of 6 players to have 2 regular season MVPs, 4 titles, and a Finals MVP, joining Jordan, LeBron, Magic, and Duncan. And Jordan, LeBron, Magic, and Duncan are definitely on the NBA Mount Rushmore. He would join that group. Curry has been heavily criticized in recent years without any good reason. The Warriors legend is already an all-time great, but he's not done adding accolades to his resume, meaning he could take some players out of the top 10. That's a lot to say, and the 34-year-old could achieve that at the end of the finals. Steph didn't have the best 2 years in 2020 and 2021, but he's ready to reclaim the throne and take his Warriors to the top of the league again. He could confirm his status as one of the greatest 10 players of all time in the process. And what do you guys think? What makes the Warriors a guarantee to win the championship? I would love to hear your opinion, so please let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.